What's up guys, Mac here, welcome back to another video on the channel. If you guys didn't know, E3 is currently happening and lots of new games have already been announced. Obviously, there are way too many games for me to talk about all of them, so I wanted to make you guys a little video sharing with you my most anticipated games that have been announced at E3 thus far. Let's get to it. If you've ever heard of this game, I wouldn't be surprised to know it's because it stars the one and only Norman Reedus, known for playing Daryl on The Walking Dead. Brief side note, I tried to get into The Walking Dead, made it through about 3 seasons, and gave up. It was not my type of show. Anyway, the main reason I know of Norman Reedus is because of the well-known ending scene of PT, the playable teaser of a new Silent Hills game made available as a free download on the PlayStation Network back in 2014. Hideo Kojima, previously of Konami, worked on PT, but pretty much as soon as everyone was crazy excited for the game, it disappeared from the PlayStation Network and the project was cancelled. Death Stranding will be the first game released under Kojima Productions, a company that was previously a part of Konami, but after Kojima left in 2015, he recreated Kojima Productions as an independent studio. There's lots of speculation on what Death Stranding is even about, and no one knows for sure. Though the concept of the game is pretty under wraps, Kojima has been open about certain aspects of the game. It'll feature at least some sort of open world feel and star a female protagonist, the actress of which has yet to be officially announced. I could definitely keep going on about rumors, but check it out for yourself with the link below. Currently, Death Stranding does not have a release date, but we're hoping to see it sometime in the next 2 years. Maybe. There are certain games that tug at those emotional heartstrings and will stay with you forever. For me, that's The Last of Us. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion to be very clear, The Last of Us was one of the greatest games ever made. For me, it's right up there with Shadow of the Colossus, which I think is also one of the best games ever made. The fact that The Last of Us 2 was announced back in 2016 was not a shock to anyone. Such a great game definitely deserves a sequel. I will admit, I was the tiniest bit thrown when it was announced, just because the ending of the original game had such a bittersweet, punch-in-your-face ending, but I was still pumped to hear about the sequel nonetheless. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I did post a trailer reaction video of me watching the trailer and gameplay for the first time. Check it out if you're interested. And if you guys are Last of Us diehards like me, definitely watch the trailer yourself. Pop in some headphones, crank the volume, and take in that amazing soundtrack, and for sure, be prepared for some blood and guts. Though we don't know much about the game, the trailer alludes to a very Ellie-centric storyline, which I am definitely okay with. Currently, there's no release date, but we can expect it hopefully late 2018, maybe early 2019. If you guys remember from some time ago, I played this little old game called Cuphead that I never finished on the channel or even beat because the game is that damn difficult. Nonetheless, the game is amazing and I of course watched a playthrough of it. I was actually super shocked to hear that Cuphead got a new trailer at E3. It showcases the delicious Last Course DLC, something that will add a new playable character, Miss Chalice. She should be familiar to those of you who've played Cuphead as the little chick who hangs out in the mausoleums. There will also be new weapons, charms, enemies, and, of course, bosses. On top of all that, we get a brand new island. The only release date we have so far is 2019. It may be a little ways away, and only a DLC, but I am totally pumped for this delicious Last Course. The nice thing about Assassin's Creed Odyssey's announcement is, we already have a release date. October 5th, 2018. Now, I will be totally honest, the trailer wasn't anything amazing, and the graphics seem about the same as Origins, which isn't a surprise. I mean, it's only been a year since Origins was released. Origins was actually the first game I ever played in the Assassin's Creed series, and though it's an insanely fun and addictive game to play, I'm not in love with the graphics of the characters, but I do think they nail the environment. And I found the acting in Origins pretty cheesy. However, with all that being said, I am still super pumped for Odyssey to come out. We don't know a huge amount about the game, but we do know it'll be set in Greece, and you'll have the option to play as either a male or female character. One thing fans have been asking after watching the trailer is, where are all the freaking assassins? There's a really good detailed theory in an article published on Forbes, which I'll link down below. I won't go into all the details, but it's definitely worth a read if you're an Assassin's Creed fan. Like I said earlier, the release date is October 5th, 2018. There are currently 6 different versions of the game available for pre-order, each one more expensive than the previous, and as you go up, the more extras you get with the game. my number one favorite and most anticipated game announced at E3 thus far has to be Overcooked 2. Now, I will be honest, I never actually beaten the first Overcooked game. I did play it, but it was hands down my favorite game of 2016. I watched 2 playthroughs of it on YouTube, plus the DLCs, and I've watched those playthroughs multiple times over and over. If you guys have never seen this game, you need to check it out. If you're a local co-op gamer, this is for sure the game for you. Grab some friends, sit down, and try to beat this thing without starting a fight. Or be brave and slightly idiotic like me and try going solo YOLO, though I definitely recommend playing at least with one other person. Perhaps the biggest addition Team 17 is adding to Overcooked 2 is the long-awaited online multiplayer. But to add to that, new characters, new game mechanics, new ingredients, new recipes. The trailer, which is just under 2 minutes, demos some gameplay which looks utterly amazing. So many new features, but it's got that same Overcooked vibe. And, for all of you Overcooked fans out there, have no fear, Kevin is back. Well, there you have it. 5 of my most anticipated games announced at E3, and the expo isn't even over yet. Couple less things I want to touch on. Bethesda announced Fallout 76, which I haven't looked into yet, but I am definitely interested in. Fortnite is coming to Switch, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will be out in December. And should we take a look here at a couple of the characters available to play in that game? Anyways, moving on. Microsoft announced Halo Infinite. A new Star Wars game is slated to come out sometime late next year, and need I even say it, Electronic Arts is receiving criticism for announcing a Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 5. So that's it for now, guys. I might do another video in the next couple of days since new gameplay trailers are still coming out. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. If you did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated. And lastly, we just hit 700 subs, so I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's been here, even if it's just been for a day. All the support you guys give me is insane, and I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.